Morning everyone, it's Rachel here, and today we are going to have a play with some reverse collaging, and I'm going to use some of these journal cards and tags that Steffi did, and I just wanted to show you a fun way to use up your scraps and to personalize these just a little bit, because they're already sort of pretty as they are, but we like to put our own sort of touch to them. So I have a lot of scraps of just plain papers. So what you can do with these sorts of things to do them quickly is, you know, glue on some tea-dyed paper on the back and then cut them out, and voila, you've got a tag or journal card. But sometimes it's just fun to have a play and get rid of your scraps and collage on the reverse side with the plainer sort of writing papers. So that's what I'm going to do, and I've got look at all these silly scraps here, and I'm just going to start gluing them on, and then you have the fun surprise when you cut it out to see what happens on the reverse side. So I need some bits and pieces of all different papers. We've done this before, but I was just having a play with it yesterday, and I thought I would do a little video. So I put glue here, but I do need to put a little bit of glue there where it overlaps, and I figured that would help me not end up with so many pages of glue paper. Now I do have a border there, so I'm not too concerned that you know, if it's not sticking down there, because that's going to be trimmed off anyway. And I'm just putting a mishmash of papers here. Just take that bit off, put that one up there. And just always, as we did with the you know, book page collage, with the, you know, the typed sort of the book pages that have writing on them, just, you know, mixing up your shades of beige, or you might have some sort of printable papers too, like you might have some of the background papers that you can use. I'm just trying to see here, like I have a little piece here that's writable, but I'll put that on where I need to, when I need to cover up a little patch, and just don't have anything over there. But you just end up with so many bits and pieces of paper. It's just great to use them. I do have this, see, this was covering an image, oops, and I ripped it. So I'm just going to take that off, and I'm going to glue that over here, but I'll put the glue on here because it's very fragile, very thin, tissuey, papery sort of stuff. So how is everyone today? I haven't asked you that. I'm pre-recording this video because I had this out on my table, and I thought I might as well keep on with it for the video, and then I'll do today's video afterwards. So they'll be backwards. And then also have your little card there ready to go, just to flatten it out. And then I have this piece. This piece is quite thick. I'm going to take off the lumpy bits. And that would be pretty good there, I think. So I'm not worrying about having straight edges. I'm going to have a mix of straight and torn edges. And this one I need to go around the edges just to be sure. But I don't really need to glue in the center, because there's already glue on here. Yes, there is. So we'll put that there. Okay. And what else do we have flying around? We've got some packing paper. How big is that? Oh, that's nice and big. Maybe we'll put a piece of that here. There, okay. I actually am going to put glue on this one just to make sure it all sticks down. So it does obviously take a little bit longer than just putting one piece of tea-dyed paper or a digital, you know, background plainish digital sort of paper. But I do think it makes your backgrounds, this part where the writing would go, a little bit more interesting. And then I'll just grab a little piece, you see, and put that up there to cover that, although that might be trimmed off, I'm not sure. so excited to have a play with these because I didn't make anything with them when we released them last year because then we got into Christmas. And so I didn't get an opportunity. Put that one there. So I only do one journal page, one and maybe one tag page. It's also one of those things again, you know, one of those things what do you do when your mojo goes? I have a few things I like to do. It's coming back slowly. I like to do this sort of thing, just this sort of, you know, preparations. I like to do preparations. And I also like to, so this is preparation. So I'm just doing this mindless sort of, well, it's not totally mindless, but, you know, sort of, let's say mindless collaging on the back side of things or on the front side with the book pages. Here's some straw paper. Put a bit of that in there. Now that is ripped, but that's going to be good there. I'll just take that bit off. So yeah, doing this kind of sort of collaging is great, whether you're doing it with coloured papers or plain papers on the back or just plain book pages to then cut up and then have spaces to decorate afterwards. It's a great thing to do when your mojo goes, because it does. Once you start doing something a little bit creative, and this is creative, you do start to think about what's next. It does happen. That's not going to cover it. So I'm just going to try and find a piece of something not too bold. See, I could put that little strip there. Hopefully that's not in the bit where I'll be cutting it off. Another thing is doing the clusters like we did yesterday. So yep, this is going to be posted on Thursday because I'm going to do something else as I promised today. Okay, I think that's going to be good. So then we flip it over. Or no, let's do the tags first and then we'll cut them. So let that one dry a little bit. So I've got these beautiful tags that Steffi did. I think I put the decoration on the top, but he prepared the bases. I just trimmed the top and bottom off so I didn't have too much excess paper. And you know, you just don't even, we have so many pieces of paper left over from things. You just don't even like notice that you've even used some of it. It's really incredible, isn't it? Because I found I had this thing, little pouchy thing. It's mostly got like sort of journal cards and doilies and things like that in it. But it does have a few scraps, these few scraps of papers that are good. I want to use them up. Oh, there's a pink. Oh, I don't think I'll use that one. I want to use them up, so I don't like having all these things. Here's some more tea-dyed paper. I'll just pull it all out so I don't have to rifle through all the time. There's another piece of that thick one. Packing paper. That's cardstock. I won't use that. Try not to use them too, you know, two different sort of. I won't use the cardstock with the regular paper, although that is quite thick, that one. And then I've got this bag of old papers that I wanted to use some of those. I haven't even gotten into it. So let's have a look here. Because they are fragile and this is the perfect spot for them. These papers. I just couldn't throw them out, you know. When I was repairing those, you know, tearing up those letters that were all sort of mouldy and stuff like that, I just couldn't throw out the bits and pieces of papers that were left over because they're 1870s and 1850s and things, and how can you throw that out? I just can't. It's old paper. So I pulled that out, and then I have this exploding thing of, see, I do divide my papers into types, but I do get out of control and end up having a whole lot of different, oh, here's some more, you see, and do get out of control and end up having a whole lot of papers, bags of things going on that really I could combine into one sort of thing. So that's good, that one. And we might use, see, we could even use a little piece of this, poor dear. We'll just take that bit and then the other bit can go when I want it. Look at that. Such bad condition, 1934. Okay, so the nice thing about this too is you can just, this glue is running out actually. I'll just grab my other glue. got another one here. This one I'll run out too. It's a started one. But the nice thing about it is you can put your glue on here. This is really great. I'm going to put my glue all. I can just see the print of the tags here. I'm going to end up with so much stuff ready. I better start making some more journals, hadn't I? And I do have this big piece, but I don't want big expanses of one piece of paper, so I will tear it down. And I'm going to put that there. I don't have to go right to the edge because I know I've got a border. I'm just going to grab that and get that glue off there. Okay, and I've got my little glue page here, and then I'll have to get a new one in a minute. I do have this piece. This piece is all right. Anyway, I don't know. I'll take a piece of this lovely old paper and just tear it. It's got a new home, and that can go here. And then if I need something else to cover that up, well, actually, I probably can just stick that down. I need to put a bit of glue there. So I find to go, you know, through a bit less glue pages as well, which, you know, sort of becomes overwhelming with all these pieces of paper everywhere. I better use this. That's going to be cut off anyway. Okay, what else do we have? So just trying to find all different ones. Probably could have just this little piece there. You don't want to be too fussy about it because you are, remember, you are going to be cutting it all up. This is great. That's just a little piece of old ledger paper from somewhere. Can't even remember. Where is my, oh yeah, that's going to be good. And I could have a piece of this shooting up there or shooting across there maybe. I think I might put it the other way round. I would like to keep the writing. Get rid of that one. So I think I'll put the writing up the other way. But I'll have to try and figure out where the top of my tags are, because otherwise I'll end up cutting it off. So I just lift it up. Okay, about here. What we were talking about, we were talking about what to do when your mojo goes. So another thing you can do is, I'll put that up there. Yes. Another thing you can do is clusters. I think I might have mentioned that. And then another fun thing to do is just swoosh the paint around on things. You know, I did some swooshing the other day. So I'll just show you what I did. It just sort of gets you going. And then that's how I evolved. I did that. That's how I evolved into, see, there's a whole lot of swooshing done there. That's how I evolved into doing the clusters. I had these pages that I had swooshed on. So that's another good thing to do when you're getting, you know, you're not feeling inspired, because you are doing something creative, but it's not too hard, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't require too much energy. What requires, you know, the physical energy of doing it, but not brain energy. I think my talking is requiring a bit of energy today. Right. So I had a call this morning at 1:45. It was 1:45. I'll keep that for another one. It was 1:45. I'll get my words out in a second. 6. I was just like thinking about contemplating having to get up. And it was my dad, and I didn't get to answer because I was, as I said, I was contemplating on whether I was getting up or not yet. And then I got all worried, so I got up And my dad never calls me at that time. So I thought, oh gosh, something's happened. So I telephoned him and he said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm playing tennis. He said, he messaged me and he said, no, everything's okay. I accidentally did a pocket call. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness for that. So I get worried when I get phone calls at odd hours. Sometimes, one time my sister forgot what time it was and she called me in the night and I thought something had happened. Okay, and I'll put that one there and then something else. There we go. So you still do go through a bit of these glue pages, but a little bit less than normal. And now, do I have a little piece? Oh, I glued that one to my table. I love all my little bits. Oh, here we go. I've got this lovely bit here. I'm going to put that on there. I mean, I do keep the most ridiculous pieces of paper, but I will, like, if when I'm tidying up, I would end up throwing that out. But while it's still sitting around on my desk, I won't throw it out until I've sort of finished with that type of thing, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now let's cut. Now we flip it over and we'll cut around. You could use your cutter if you want to be all perfect. You know me, I don't want to be perfect. I'm anti-perfect. It's just my brain doesn't like it. It's just like, no, we're not doing that. And so they will be a little bit wavy, if you know what I mean, while they're wet. Then when they dry, they seem to flatten out. And if they didn't, you could just put them under a book or something and they'll flatten out. They are so pretty. Okay, that's that one. I'm going to try and do a few videos today, I think. My issue is, like, my phone fills up, so I have to then go and sort of, I have to offload them into the computer to get rid of them. So then it does take a bit of time, especially when it's not cooperating. Now those all just get thrown out. They're thick. I wouldn't reuse those for collaging because they're now thick. And then we've got to cut this one. And I'm going to finish them off. I'm not going to just leave them like this. We're going to finish these off. So I am considering doing the 100-day project. The only thing is I won't have a video on Wednesdays, and I might not video every single day. But I will post every single day on Instagram. So I've just got to decide that. And I was thinking, I think it's starting in February sometime. So it'll be in like a week or two that it's starting. I think on the 13th of February I saw somewhere. I'll have to check that. Might be a Monday, I'm not sure, or Tuesday, I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm thinking I'm going to revisit things that I haven't done for a really long time because I've forgotten about them, and so I'll have to go back through my channel and maybe my Instagram and revisit things, because it's always nice to be reminded. And I'm also going to look around on channels like Gail and stuff and see, and Wendy, and I don't know who else, anyone really, anything that takes my fancy, I'm going to interpret it, have a go at it myself. sort of thing. I think that's gonna, I think that's gonna be inspiring to me. It could also be that I look for, you know, I see something on Pinterest, although there hasn't been anything overly getting me going on Pinterest lately, but you never know, or Instagram. But I will always let you know where I got my inspiration from, because I don't like doing other people's ideas without saying where it came from. Okay, so let's have a look. So you get an interesting background. That's that one. Look at that. I love that. And you know, that you know, you might not be able to create that look. If you were just working on the single piece, it would take you longer and you might not get that random sort of look. That one. And see, then I might think this one might like to have, and this is not really overly offensive, this blue here, like you could go over it with a dark pencil, and I might just say, well, I'm going to go and add a little piece, a little pop of something on that side, on that one, because I like it. Something like that. And then we have this one. And then these, let's have a look at these. They're a little bit soft because they're still a bit wet. That one. Love that one. And that one's a little bit more boring, so we can just grab this piece. A nice way to use up your strips. I'm going to stick it right in the middle because I can. And this type of thing is just very relaxing, so it's a very nice thing to do when you're not really feeling like it. Okay, so now we need to finish these off. So this one, it's pretty nice as it is. I would like to, and then I'll show you the ones I did yesterday when I was mucking around. And then I thought really I should share that, even though I think we've probably done it before. So that's that. And then you could add, I've been using my little labels, but that's already got a label on it, but you could add a Tracy. Oh, I like the Tracy label there. Add another label. And then I think what I will do is covering that writing, but it doesn't matter. The thing about it, it's a digital, so you can print it out again. That's what you can do. I'm going to grab my circle punch and I'm going to punch, I'm going to punch 2 of these, just fold it over. Sometimes I like just the book page tab on top, and so I'll glue those on, and then that one is complete. And I know it's a digital, but it has been personalized a little bit. Let me just see that one. Yeah, just check you like the writing on both. So I'll put that one there. Might help if I put the writing a bit straight. And that one. And then I have finished my tag. And it's got a little bit of personalization on it. Isn't that pretty? There we go. So that's one. This one. So this one has this lovely fig. So you don't have a lot of room on there to put, you know, this sort of thing. You could add one if you wanted to. I do have smaller ones. Let me just have a look at the smaller ones. Oops. Move this out of the way while I put my book here. I don't want it to get all sticky. So you could, oh, I've got these AliExpress ones. I haven't even opened those. I just threw them in there when we were moving, because I think they arrived just before we moved. I can't even open the bag. Well, that's fun. Excuse me, bag. Why won't you open? Come on, that's not nice. We don't have all day. Oh, these are great. That's 2. I think, you know, you could put something like that. It's a little bit big. Okay, they're a little bit big, but I do like those. They'll have to be used. Oh, there's bigger ones. There's different ones behind. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know what shop I bought those from. I bought them ages. You know, things that take like 3 months to arrive. This one, that's the one I like. Okay, I knew it. I knew that was going to be the one that I liked. Okay. So trim that one. I don't trim, well, maybe I will trim that off. I don't normally trim because this one's bobbly, so I could do that. It doesn't have straight lines. I don't normally trim the shape of the oval shape because I'm not good at it. That's why I don't do it. I usually make a mess of it. You know, if they've got the line, but this has the baubles, so I think that's okay. It's not the best, but it'll do. Talk about blobby glue. I seem to have turned all my glues to mush, so I could even put that. I think I'll put it there, just over the fig plant, like that. And then I'm going to do another, I think I'm going to do another book page one because I really did like that. Let me just fold it over on top of it itself. I mean, this is just a random scrap. It is from the 1800s, but I've already used the rest of it. Did that one work? Oh, a little piece came out, but that doesn't matter. We'll put that one at the back. I was going to use my punch as glue. That would have been interesting. So put that at the back. You won't even notice that it's got a little piece out of it. So apparently in Australia at the moment, well, my sister was telling me that program Cheer, about the cheerleaders, is very popular, and it's on Netflix here as well. So I thought, well, if they all like it, I might like it. I'll tell you what, it's hard to watch at times because they fling those girls up in the air and there's no one there to catch them and they just land on the floor. I snip the corners off. Oh, I was just like, I was watching it on the iPad in bed last night and I just all of a sudden squealed because this girl, I mean, I mean, nobody caught her. Let's just say nobody caught her. I like that blue. And she ended up dislocating her elbow. And poor Stef and I woke him up. I woke him up. I screamed. Oh my goodness. So it's actually, well, I'm quite enjoying watching it. I quite like the, you know, the kids in there. They work so hard. I just, you know, it's not such an Aussie thing. I guess they do have it sometimes. Oh, I could use a piece of this. Well, no, let's use something different. They do have I think they do have a bit of cheerleading in the, what's it called? The rugby union. I think I might put this super old book page there. I probably could have put that on there instead of the blue, but anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, it's not such, and I don't think they do that in Italy, cheerleading, but it's very taxing on their bodies, I must say. It's really incredible stuff that they do. I'm amazed by the coach, really, that I mean, she's a tough cookie. I don't know how she isn't there freaking out when she's watching those kids being flung up in the air and not being caught. Oh dear. But anyway, I will proceed and finish watching it. It's a whole world that I don't know anything about. I guess it's like any, you know, professional sort of sports. Okay, we'll recap what we've done afterwards. We've got to look at these now. So I think I like that. That's all good. And put that on the side. Where's that old book page? I don't know if some of these I just like a label on them. Let's just cut this one out. I've been using the mini ones for these because I like the journal cards and the tags as they are, but I just want to add a little bit of something else. And so I don't want to cover them up too much. So I'm using the little ones. See, that's quite subtle on there. It does blend in a little bit. I won't use that one. Actually, I've nearly run out of this page, I think. This page of the little mini labels. So sometimes on the journal cards I put a tab and sometimes I don't. You could just snip these little corners off. That would make it, just give that little finishing touch. No. These here. I know, I don't think I'm going to do that. So what else could I do on here? Put a stamp on there. Just move my beige pages out of the way. I had an image that I had pulled out of my, no, that's too big, that on my floridium thing. Got this, it's too big, I don't want to cover it up, as I said. Let's move these out of the way. I'm just looking at the bits on my table. Oh, I do like that. I think I'm going to put that there. Fits in well with the theme. And we could have, I'm determined to use up all my bits. So let's tear that down a little bit. Nope. Oh, you know what I could do? I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to do a whale tail. That's what I'm going to do. And then I add that little pop of blue on it. I put it up there or there on the side. I think I like it. So I would put that in a side tuck. Or in a big envelope. If you had a big envelope, you could put it in. There we go. Right, next, let's move on. We have this one. So you can have like a little bird coming in here if you want to. Where are all my birds? Oh, they're over there. Let's just grab a bird and see if we'd like a bird. Too big. Let's see if we've got some smaller birds. We might even have some cut out. Now that's a scrap, that shouldn't be in there. And that's one of Steffi's, you see, I could, from our previous kit. We need a bird. Oh, I quite like that one. And I will have to chop his tail off, just don't freak out. There's a Tracy label. Oh, here's a little one. Sometimes you need little birds, sometimes you don't want big birds. Just trying to see if I've got one already cut out, but I don't think I do. So we won't stay here all day looking. Okay. I just want to cut out this bird because I might like that one more. Won't take long. I think I like that one more. And I might just like a little piece of, this was just sitting here, just a little piece of something. I know it's covering up bits, but I would like a little bit of something between the bird and the background. Because to me, there's lots of beigey browny tones, and you just need a little bit, and the bird is brown, so you just need a bit of something to separate the two. My little birdie. I can, oh, I think I would like to trim off. I might wrap the tail around, so it's not snipped off. There we go. Like that. And we could, but we might not. See these ones? I'm going to cut this out. You'll see how bad I am at it. Sometimes I usually end up having to throw them out. I'll go slowly and see if I can do it. I might like this one on there if I do a good job. Well, good is it's a stretch of the. It's a bit much to say good, but okay job. It's not too bad. I could put it up there, but I think I'm going to put it down. Put it there. There. Up there. I don't even mind it in the window. Or down there. I feel like I've got those two there together. I could put it up there. Yep, I'll put it there. And with this one, I think I'll just wait and decide if I want to put a tab on it or not. So that's that one. The other thing you can do with these is just decorate the front and nothing on the back. And they can be pockets. Okay, so you could put something like that on the back. Oh, that's nice. It's upside down that way. So I quite like that on there. Let's just rest that there. I had another page that I pulled out yesterday from my Floridium book. I wonder where I put it. And it had, I might have put it over here. Just a sec, I'm going to hop up. Here it is. And it had little, these lovely little flowers on them. So I just want to see if maybe I might like one of those. I'm thinking I might like this red one. Yeah, I do like that. I wonder if I want to switch it over. Have that there and that there. No, I liked it the way it was before. So let's put that one, turn this sticky piece of paper around. Put that up there. Just breaks up a bit of that old building that's behind it. That's all a bit like a sepia sort of colour. And then we'll put this one here. Bring it down a little bit. I love that. And I don't think we need a Tracy label or anything. Do we need any other paper? Let's see what other scraps I've got floating around. I have this red strip here. And as I mentioned, I will throw them out. I just keep them there until I finish doing this type of thing. Do I want to put that there? I think I will put it there. I just like that little pop of raspberry red. There we go. So that's that one. That's that side. And then we have one more. Yes. And this one actually has heaps on it. It doesn't need a lot of help. It could just have that, and I think that's going to be perfect. It didn't really need a lot because it's already so pretty. Thank you, Steffi. Clever man. I love the way he just gets us. He really does. Well, he gets me. And I might put a little bit of something on the back. I think I like that. Just take off that bit there. And there we go. So I'll link all the things that I've used in the description box. I've been trying to be good and do that because otherwise I do get questions sometimes. So that's helpful. Something in a sort of, I might do a whale tail clip tab afterwards, but I would choose like maybe something in the raspberry red sort of tones and put it up there. But I'll just recap what I did, and then I'll show you the ones I did yesterday. So I do love them. They're really fun. Love the one with the bird. And oh, I'll show you the backs. They're the backs. And I'll put photographs at the end of the video. That one's the plainest. We could have a little something there, but you can always decide that at another time. I love the tags. There and there. And whoever sees them, they don't, maybe not expecting that, to see that on the back of the tags or the journal cards. Now let me grab these. Now these were standing up, so they're a bit curved. So I did these ones as well. This one I added a label and just a bit of blue, and that's the reverse side. 1812. And that's German, I think, that one. This one I didn't add too much. I just added that little piece there. I just thought it was very pretty. I could add a bit more. This one I just added a label on. I didn't add anything else because I just like them. That one's just got a label on it, but pretty backs. Here I just added a label on that one too. I haven't done any sort of tabs on the top yet. This one I just added a tiny bit of blue because it really didn't need any more than that. This one I added the blue. I just think it makes a little bit of a difference. This one I added that raspberry sort of red there. Not too much going on. That bit there. Love that little font there, like that. This one I added a bit of, I was really into the blue yesterday, I think. I need to snip the corners. And then this one just has a label. That one just has a label. They could have something up there if you wanted to. This one has a Tracy label and a bit of blue. And then that one I put the label on there. And that's the back. So there we go. So that's my fun little project for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Really nice way to get a whole lot of things made, because I do tend, as you know, to put quite a lot of pockets in my journals when I make them. I can't help myself. It's just fun. And then when I've got to fill all the pockets, I'm like, oh, why did I put so many? I've got to fill them all now. But this is a nice thing. These are pretty. There's no reason why these can't have a home in the journals as well. So I think, you have your more elaborate things that you've made, but you need to have a few more quick things as well that are still pretty, but quick to make. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm going to get on with my next video, which is today's video, Tuesday. So this is going up on Thursday, but I'm going to do Tuesday's video now. So I will see you again in a minute. Bye.